Welcome back to Seriously, Where's the Good podcast, episode 11.
Episode 11.
I feel like we need a little tune. Welcome back to Seriously, Where's the Good podcast. I don't know. Parenting. We're going to talk about parenting. All the things. The good, the hard, the fun, the sad.
I would say we're going to put it all in one episode. I doubt that we're going to put... You have like 50 questions.
We'll see where we end up.
Yeah.
Or when our kids wake up. Okay.
That's more realistic. Because they're waking up every 30 minutes.
So let's talk about the first question, which kind of leads to what we're talking about right now. What part of parenting feels the hardest right now?
Sleep.
Sleep. I don't know what is wrong. I don't remember. Okay, we had a rough time with Neymar. I remember that. But I don't feel like it was this bad as it is with Evelyn right now.
Neymar, here's how I've said it before. Neymar was good at falling asleep. No, sorry. Neymar wasn't good at falling asleep. He was good at staying asleep.
Yeah.
Evelyn's pretty good at falling asleep, but she's terrible staying asleep.
So, like, the past 2 weeks, she's been waking up every 30 minutes to 1 hour at night. Like, just, she has a hard time connecting, like, the sleep cycles. So, if you have any advice on how to fix that, please let us know in the comments. Because we are struggling, surviving, asking for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting better a little bit, and then we went on a trip.
And then it all fell apart.
And now it's, like, worse than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like the cry it out method. I just can't do it. And it was really hard with Neymar. I couldn't do it until he was 2 years old.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me. But you feel like that's the way to do it?
Well, yeah, they have to learn to self-soothe at some point. If you don't let them self-soothe, then...
Is that actually learning to self-soothe, or just them thinking that, well, nobody cares anyway, so I'm just here all by myself?
I don't think that
I don't know.
they can understand that yet.
I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about crying it out.
That's the thing about parenting. There is no one answer because every child is different. And 99.99% of the time, you're faking it till you make it.
That's true. Because one thing that could work with one kid does not work at all with the next. Or you figure it out 1 month, and the next month, they completely change it for you. And so now you have to learn again. Branson was fixing the camera. Anyway, so then you have to relearn something new with that one kid.
Yeah.
Because I remember we figured out with Neymar a couple times, and then
The next day it changed.
he flipped it on us, and then we had to figure out another way.
Yeah.
So what's been hard? Sleep. Sleep has been hard. Even with Neymar, I feel like he's woken up a lot more recently. So I don't know if it's like something's in the air or in the water or what's happening, but they don't want to sleep, so we're not getting sleep.
And they don't want to sleep during the day either. Like Neymar refuses to until
He never loved naps, ever.
No.
He stopped taking naps at 2 years old. Yeah. Next question. What's something that feels easier than you expected? Let's see, with one kid versus 2 kids. With one kid, I feel like
I don't know.
A lot of the things with just one kid was a lot easier than I expected. I thought I was gonna, like, how was I? We were what, 23 when we had Neymar?
Something like
I
that.
think you were 24.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was like, how the heck am I gonna take care of a baby all by myself?
Yeah.
Nobody really teaches you how to do that. You learn as you go. And I was scared that I wasn't gonna understand, when is my baby gonna be hungry? How am I supposed to know if they're tired? How am I supposed to know if
Which
they
you don't, you could explain it to someone, but it doesn't, like, it's,
you have to be in
especially,
it.
even then, it's like, there's a huge difference between, like, me and you knowing that kind of, because you have the motherly instinct, right? It just kind, it's naturally, you know those things without even,
Like the cry, every cry is different. And I don't even know how I learned that, but
it's an instinct. Like, it,
after a while I could recognize, oh, hungry, oh, diaper change.
yeah, it really is an instinct. And you can't learn it. That's why it's like, it's hard to talk about kids with people without kids, because they really, there's no understanding it. Like, they can say they understand it, they can say they know all that. No, they don't. They, and it's not being rude. It's just
No,
they. It's, you do not know what to expect or what people are going through with kids
until you're in it.
until you have kids. Like, there is no other way. I'm sorry if you have a dog, but it is not the same. Having a dog and a baby. No, people say like, "Oh, dog is a baby." I
Which
know
you
what
can,
to.
like, it could be your baby. It's just not a human baby.
What I mean is, like, people get a dog to learn how to have kids, and it's like, that's not going to teach you. I'm sorry, but it's,
Unless you need help with, like, responsibility.
yeah, but
But
even
that
then,
doesn't teach you how to be a parent. That just teaches you how to be responsible for something.
for something, yeah, it's still very very different. Like, you, if you don't have kids, you can say that you know, but you really don't until you have kids. Like, even like, I grew up, right? I was the oldest of seven, so I was taking care of kids a lot. I
And
was
you thought
helping
you
out.
knew.
I thought I knew a lot. No, you can't. You cannot know until you have kids. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
So what's something that was easier than you expected with two kids? Or has
Two
everything just been
kids.
harder than you expect? Or has it been the way you expected it to be, having two kids?
Um, I don't know. I don't know
I
about.
I feel like at the beginning it was easier because I was expecting to be recovering from a C-section and
Yeah,
expecting to have to go and have Evelyn do her cast things for her club feet, but she
but
didn't.
that's not really.
I know. So that part was a little bit harder, but also it was, or I mean, a little bit easier, but also it was a little bit harder because adjusting to giving Neymar and Evelyn the same amount of time was pretty hard at the beginning. Also because Neymar he took it a little bit rough at the beginning. He was very,
It's still not.
I don't know if jealous is the right word, but he was used to having the attention from everyone. Like, he was the first grandkid on both sides. All your siblings didn't have any kids at that point, and
Yeah,
so all the attention was on him always.
yeah,
And that changed because two babies were added, not just one, but two. So one baby at our house, but then also another baby when we went over to your parents' house.
yeah.
And so that completely changed his world.
And he's still like. There are times that, like for example, we're filming a video right now for the Branson Tannerites channel where this is part of it. We're
getting gifts for
Evelyn.
For Evelyn.
Which we did a lot of that with Neymar. A lot of it when he was growing up. And so, like, we still do stuff with Neymar, but we also are doing stuff with Evelyn, too. And he has a very tough time with it, with that part of things.
Yeah, he's like, but what about gifts for me?
And
I'm like, you can totally share the gifts after the video, but right now, for the video, it's for her to choose from. But he can't quite understand that yet, and that's, I mean, he's three. Yeah. But it has been hard for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that part was a lot harder than I knew it was going to be hard, but it was a lot harder than I expected.
Yeah. And
it's still harder than I expected.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
That part, yeah, for sure.
Is there any other thing that is easier or harder?
Not that comes to mind. Like, it's kind of what I expected, but...
Let's see. What is one thing that our kids are teaching us? Patience.
A lot of patience.
My patience has grown exponentially. I don't know if you remember me before having a baby versus me now, but I have way more patience now than I did before.
Yeah, same.
Definitely. Branson has also... It's hard because they push buttons until the very edge, until they have you. I don't know why every kid needs to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always a battle of power. Who has the power, the parent or the kid? It's hard.
It's a constant. And the other thing is, like, whether you pray or whatever you do, right? Like, if you're asking, like, if you're praying, God, give me patience, He's not going to give you patience. He's going to put you in situations
where your patience is tested.
Yeah. And
don't ever pray for the patience.
For me, that has happened so many times in the last...
Do you pray for patience?
Not anymore.
I'm scared of it. After stories, I've heard stories, I'm like, no, I can do it. I can do it myself.
But...
Your patience has been tested a lot recently.
A lot. Over the last, year or two? Like, a lot. And not just with kids.
With work.
So many things. Yeah. Like, just one thing after another, it feels like. It's like, okay, I obviously...
need to learn something.
I obviously don't have the patience I'm supposed to have because holy crap.
Yeah. If you keep repeating a lesson, it means you haven't learned it yet.
Which I must be terrible at learning patience because it keeps on coming up. I feel like I'm a lot more patient than I was.
That was me with, controlling situations.
Yeah.
That came up a lot. Where a lot of trials in my life were about accepting the fact that I cannot control what's happening. And I just need to let go of that.
Yeah.
That's the one for me. What part of the day feels the most overwhelming? Bedtime. For me.
It depends on the day. Because, bedtime sometimes is not bad. Because what we usually do is one of us goes with Neymar, one of us goes with Evelyn. But there are days when they both want her.
Like today.
Today.
And it was hard. It's interesting because sometimes they want me, but sometimes they want you.
Not both of them at the same time, though.
They switch. Evelyn has wanted you.
I'm saying not at the same time.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh, man. Sorry. Tired. No sleep. What's something we're still figuring out as parents? Everything.
You really are faking it till you make it.
Absolutely everything.
So when, like, looking back at it, you can be mad at parents for, oh, they did this and this and this. Guess what? They were learning. You were there to help them learn different things. And so
every parent makes mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes have bigger impact than others. But you just never know.
Yeah, it's true.
Which, with each kid or with accidents, or every parent makes mistakes all the time.
And it could be different for every child too. Like, you can make the same mistake.
And for one kid, it changes their entire childhood. And the other one didn't even care.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. So really,
makes me appreciate my parents so much more. Like, I used to think they were all knowing.
Yeah, and you look back and you're like, oh, no.
They didn't know. They were just learning, just like we are.
Mm-hmm.
So I did blame them for a lot of things growing up, but now that I've become a parent myself, I'm like, wait a minute. It wasn't their fault.
Which is another thing you learn as you have kids. You're like, as a teenager or even in your 20s or whatever, you blame your parent. Like Mara said, you blame your parents for, oh, they did this and this and this. And you have kids and you're like, oh, crap. Well, they were right about this and this and this and this. Like, oh, man. And then you start apologizing for things.
You're and like, not okay. Just the fact, not even like them being right. Sometimes they're wrong, but you understand
why they did
why
what
they were wrong, and like why they chose that, even though it wasn't the right decision.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, yeah, maybe I would have chosen that exact same thing, even though it's not the right choice.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot harder. Parenting is really hard. That's what it comes down to.
Yep.
When do you feel the most parenting guilt? Anytime we have to, like, not scold, but like, anytime we're trying to have Neymar listen to what we want him to do, and he doesn't, and he does the opposite, and we have to tell him, okay, this is not okay, and
yeah,
he has a punishment for whatever. We do time out because that's what works for us. But yeah, there's parenting guilt because I hate punishments.
Yeah, hate punishments, but
it's needed sometimes, or they get way out of line, and it's so hard to manage.
Yeah, like, for example, when we went on this last trip, we were with Mara's family and stuff like that, and it's a lot harder to discipline or to put in time out or to correct when you're gone. When
you're different in somebody else's house,
and you're in a different house too,
with different rules.
Yeah, it's a lot harder, and Neymar is one that pushes and pushes and pushes the line, and it got to the end of the week and it was way not way bad.
It wasn't too bad, but like we could tell he was starting to feel like,
yeah, like he was in charge
of everything. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this is where we draw the line and say, okay.
With tantrums and all the things, like, I don't know how better to explain it so that people understand what we mean by him being in charge. I guess if you're a parent, you'll understand. But if you're not a parent...
Yeah, if you have a 3-year-old boy, you understand what we mean. I don't know about 3-year-old girl because we're not there yet. No. But a 3-year-old boy, you know what we mean when we say he was pushing it to the absolute furthest he could. Anyway, it was a lot, but we came back, started able to start correcting things.
It's getting a little bit better, I'd say.
Yeah. The other thing is, yeah, I say this because I had the same thing growing up. So Neymar, if he watches TV or plays games or watches people play games for too long, his attitude and
I feel like his aggression.
his attitude dives, but his aggression goes up.
Yeah, he's very aggressive. He's very. Like, screen time is a no for us. We have to limit his screen time, or else his whole behavior.
Just goes out the window. Like
It changes completely. I don't understand.
so.
I mean,
So he only really gets
maybe
an hour.
Maybe an hour. Sometimes
A
nothing.
day. Yeah,
It depends on the day, how he's doing. If we see that he's.
because he really likes playing. Like he loves playing the Switch.
Yeah.
He loves playing Mario and stuff like that, and so it is a good incentive. But also, we can't just
Let him play that.
because
Yeah. And he needs to do something that's creative and
Yeah.
active, because he needs to let out a lot of his energy. He has so much energy in him.
So much energy. That was the other thing is when we were on this trip, he didn't have a ton of room to run around in. Like there was some room to run around, but he didn't.
He couldn't do what he does here. So
Yeah.
he has a yard, or he can go upstairs, downstairs. I don't even know how many times he goes up and down the stairs
That's a lot.
in a day. But he has a toy room, he has his room, he has the whole living room up here, he has all of downstairs and the backyard.
So there's a lot of room to run, and he didn't have that on this trip, and so it was really tough for him because he needed
To
go.
do something.
Yeah, it was really a prevalent. Is that the word?
I don't even know what that means.
Like it was really, you could really tell on the way back, like on the plane back for both of them, because Evelyn was in arms most of the time.
And she likes to crawl.
Yeah, she also is very active, and so on the plane back, it was.
Oh, and we sat on the plane on the seats without a window.
Yeah, so there was a lot of things stacking up against us. So.
Anyway, it's not about the trip though, but yeah.
Yeah, but so like we got home and we still had to drive all the way home, and so we went to an indoor park place and just let him run and crawl for 2 hours straight, and it helped out a lot.
Oh, he had a blast.
He had a blast, but also like it made the drive home manageable because
He
if
fell
we
asleep.
yeah, but if we hadn't had done that, it would have been a really rough drive back, I feel like.
Yeah, he needs to get his energy out a lot for him to actually take a nap. Otherwise, he will refuse. Even if his eyelids are like halfway closed, he will refuse to take a nap.
Both of them.
Yeah, actually.
Evelyn's the same way. Her eyes can be like this.
Yeah, is that a thing? Naps are so hard too. What's another hard thing? Naps. Not just sleeping at night, but naps.
Sleeping in general. It's like, I don't know.
She is almost asleep, a second away from being asleep.
Eyes closed.
Starts breathing slow, and then all of a sudden she pushes back and like goes like grunts.
Yeah.
And wakes herself up, and then starts crying.
So just sleeping in general.
Yeah, that's one thing that's different with her and Neymar. Because Neymar, I could just hug him. He hated it, but I could just like hug him like this, and he put his head on my shoulder, and eventually he fell asleep. Like he fought it, but he didn't do that.
Yeah.
And once he fell asleep, like Branson said, he was out.
Mm-hmm.
But Evelyn will wake herself up.
She'll be asleep and wake herself up. She'll just start kicking to wake herself up.
It's so interesting how they're so different.
Yeah, like Namor would fight it. Evelyn, you put her down, and her eyes are rolling in the back of her head, like instantly,
Yeah.
until she's
Almost asleep.
pretty much asleep, and then kicks herself or is fully asleep. And you move in the wrong way, or you sit down too fast, or anything like that, and she's up and she's awake again. So,
Another thing with 2 kids, I want to know in the comments if you're a parent with 2 kids. Did you have 2 separate bedrooms once you moved your baby out of your room, if they ever slept in your room? Do you have 2 separate bedrooms, or did you put your toddler with your baby once you moved them out in the same room? Because I am wondering if it's even gonna work. We're thinking of putting them in the same room,
yeah.
but I am questioning if that's gonna work out or if that's gonna be worse for us. Because
I don't think we'll know until we try it, honestly. Like, it's. Like
will
me and.
she wake Neymar up and then we'll have to put both of them back to sleep?
By the time we put her in her own room, I think Namor will be.
In her own room or in that
Or
room?
in that room. Out of our room. That's what I meant. Namor will be old enough that he'll. Like, he's already pretty good at going back to sleep.
Yeah, but I wonder if. So he wakes up and then goes back to sleep, but I wonder if having Evelyn there is going to make him want to get out of bed and fully wake up
I don't know.
and then not be able to go back to sleep. And then we'll have 2 kids that don't want to go back to sleep.
I don't know.
So if you know, if you've experienced this, please let me know. Please help me out. I'm asking for a friend. Because we're probably moving her out sometime soon-ish. I'm not sure quite yet. Because we're downstairs, Neymar is upstairs. And I just feel like that's too far away for a baby. A toddler is okay. But a baby, I'm just scared of SIDS. And I feel like when your baby's closer to you, I have no idea. I haven't researched this. Sorry, that was my stomach. I haven't researched this, so I don't know. But in my head, I've made correlation? That the further away you are from your baby while sleeping, the more likely. No, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying that the chance of it happening could be. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it, but like my heart is telling me keep her close when she's little. And I don't mean in the same room, just like maybe on the same floor.
I don't know.
But that's just me. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert. I don't know anything. That's just what my heart tells me. And maybe it's just because I don't want her to go away.
Probably.
Like, far away from us. I want her to stay as close as possible. But it's really convenient right now that she's right next to, like, she sleeps in her own crib right next to us, because if she wakes up, I'm just right there. And I can help her go back to sleep, or I can nurse her back to sleep.
Whichever one she needs.
Yeah. Anyway. Don't quote me on any of those things. I'm just saying that's how I feel. It's not actual facts. Okay? Okay. How has parenting changed our marriage?
Well, we're not as free to do stuff like we used to.
Oh, we used to play all the time. We thought we were busy before having kids. And then we had 1 kid. And then we thought, oh no.
We're busy.
We're busy.
And then we had 2 kids.
And now we're really busy. So I don't know what it's going to feel like having 3. How do people have more?
I don't know.
I feel like I'd be way overwhelmed more than 4. Because at least we have 4 hands. So 1 kid for each hand.
Well, at that point,
I know the oldest.
To...
Yeah, the oldest can like is old enough to know and understand and maybe even help out. But I don't know. So how has it changed our marriage? We don't have. Maybe we need to work on having more just us time. We've never been on a just us, just the two of us vacation since we've had kids.
Then like Neymar spent the night at my parents a few times,
But we haven't gone like somewhere and left the kids at your parents' house or at my parents' house,
yeah.
which I've been talking about maybe doing that.
Talking and actually doing is very different.
I know,
though.
but before
Very different.
I couldn't even stand just talking about it. Before I'd be like, absolutely not. Neighbor's coming with us.
The first time we left Neymar,
I cried.
which he was what, 6 months old?
I think so. And we didn't even leave him for the whole day. It was just a
It was
couple.
like an hour.
It's hard for me. Anytime I see moms just say, hey, I'm gonna leave my kids and go on this vacation, I'm like, how? And I don't mean it in like a judging way. I'm like, legitimately, how do you do it so I can do it? Please tell me how you do it so that I can do it too, because I want to go on a trip with just us. I feel like we need one.
Yeah.
We need
Nice.
time alone. But also, it's heartbreaking because that means I'd have to leave Evelyn when she's little.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart. But I know that I need time alone with you. Just a couple of days. I'm not saying, like, we'll go for a long time. I wouldn't do it until she's 1, though.
And our, like, we're talking about it, like, our situation is very unique, right? Like, we're both at home. Like, our job is working together, and so we're always together. Like, we're not really apart ever, and so we don't really have that perspective of having to leave every day for hours on end or only have the weekends to be together. Like, we are
Always together.
always together. And so it is very different for us compared to other parents out there.
Maybe that's why it's a little bit easier for some. Because they already spend hours away from their kids throughout the day.
Yeah.
So it was hard at the beginning, but then they got used to it after a time of doing that every single day.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
But it's also been, like, there's pros and cons, right? Mara's very needy when it comes to that kind of stuff. But at the same time, we haven't had to miss anything. Like, their childhood for Neymar's last almost 4 years.
We've been there every day.
Yeah. Which she also needs some time.
Apart from us.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I want to go on a trip, because he needs to learn to be apart from us as well.
Which we've been working a lot over the last few years. And so because of that, we haven't been the most social people out there. Because we are working all the time. Or when we're not working, we're doing stuff together or with my family or whatever. And so we have a few friends that we hang out with, or like my cousins that they have kids, or I guess you have a few cousins that have kids too, and he likes playing with them, but he doesn't get a ton of time with them. And so like this year we're like, okay, we got to get more social with other people that have kids around his age.
We need more friends with kids around his age so that he can get more time to play with kids around his age, because he has Az and Gigo, but they are a lot older than him, and he needs 3 and 4-year-olds to play with.
Yeah, because he wants to do everything that Az and Canyon's doing, which they're Canyon's almost a teenager, and Asbury is a teenager. They're really good with him,
Oh yeah.
like
Oh,
incredible with him. They
100%.
always want to play with him,
Yeah.
always with him, but he also needs some kids his age,
Which
and we need some friends that are parents of kids his age too. Like that's
I'm one thing that I'm really excited about that we haven't done, which I don't know, we should have done a while ago, but we just signed him up for soccer
yeah.
in like a month. So I'm really excited to see how he does with that.
Which he also needs because
He will run. He'll
not
get
only
his
that,
energy out
but he's going to be on a team.
with kids around his age.
His age, they're going to be playing like I know it's not competitive or anything. It's just learning all this stuff,
Yeah.
but he needs to learn how to lose.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a good thing to lose. Like it is a necessity.
Which we're trying to
right?
teach him. We keep trying to teach. It's okay. Like
Yeah.
it just means you get to try again. And if you know a way to teach your kid that losing is part of the process, that it's okay to lose, it's not something you need to be ashamed of or scared of.
Which is still
Asking for a friend.
I still don't like to lose.
No, but you don't get upset about it. It's just like, oh
Yeah.
man, I lost. I wanted to win, but I lost.
I guess
so.
it's like for me it's if we've actually had this conversation. I don't know if it's for the podcast, but competitive. Like yes, I'm competitive, but I'm a silent competitor. Mara's very loud competitive. And Neymar is too. Like and for me, so if I lose, I'm like, okay, whatever. They're better at it, whatever. So I don't really get upset unless it's me against myself. That's when it drives me crazy. So
He's
like,
a silent competitor. What's the word? Competitor.
competitor, yeah.
But when he wins, oh, he's loud about it then.
No, not really.
Because when you know you're gonna win, you want to demolish. You don't just want to win.
Okay, but that's
You
not
want
like
to like.
you're saying like I like sit in their face and like I won. Like I'm not like that. Like yes.
No. Okay, sorry. What I meant is when he knows he's gonna win,
I gotta win to the absolute max.
he will do absolutely everything he can to destroy you in every way possible.
Yes. That's not just like games. That's everything. Like if I know I'm going up against someone and I'm gonna win, I'm gonna make sure that I win to the absolute
It's like
highest degree.
you already know. It's like, okay, I lost, but he's like, no, wait. Let me finish my entire
everything.
Yeah. Let me tell you how you just lost. Okay, this is bothering me.
But that's the terrible thing. It's fun in some ways, but also terrible in others because I do it to myself all the time. And I have such high expectations for myself. And so when I'm going up like with work or YouTube or whatever, I get pretty upset with that. With if things aren't going like if I have a mark and I don't hit that mark, or if I'm doing this and I don't hit that,
You beat yourself up.
I beat myself up way hard because I know I can hit this, but I didn't hit it. And so like for when it's towards other people, yes, I'm competitive, but I'm not gonna be like rubbing in your face that I won, or that I'm gonna be upset when I'm lost. But if it's me against myself, if I win, I freaking beat that loser because it's myself to pass me. But if I lose anyway,
Which is not a good thing. It's something that we need to work on you so that our kids don't follow the same footsteps.
yeah,
It's not good. It's good to want to meet your expectations. It's not good to beat yourself up when you don't.
yeah,
It doesn't, like, you can have high expectations of yourself, but if you don't meet those expectations, sometimes you shouldn't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah. To a degree.
To a degree, but you go way hard.
Because I have such high expectations and I have such...
It was not just the fact that you have high expectations. It's just that
What I
you
do
beat
have
yourself.
really...
You do, but you beat yourself up so hard when you don't meet those expectations.
Yeah, because I want to meet those expectations.
But you don't have to. You don't have to go to that extent of beating yourself up. So we should work on that so that Neymar doesn't follow those footsteps and think that, oh, this is how it works. If I don't meet my expectations, I have to beat myself up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
We have a lot to work on ourselves so that our kids don't think that that's... Oh, man. What's one thing we're still learning to navigate together?
Everything.
Yeah. It's hard to always be on the same page about everything.
Yeah.
And it's even harder when you realize you're not on the same page, but you're in front of your kids. But you can't say it out loud that you're not on the same page, or else they'll know. And they'll, try to...
I'll figure out a way to get in between that.
Yeah. Not in, just in a kid way, right? Like, you want to get what you want,
They will naturally do it. It's not like they're, doing it
maliciously.
It's just naturally...
And you want...
Anybody does it. Everybody does it.
Anytime you want your kids to think that you both are on... you're both the same. You think the same, you have the same rules, you have the same...
Well, I'll give an example. Snacks. We're in very different pages when it comes to snacks. Because we're very different when it comes to snacks.
Yeah.
I am like, no, you eat dinner.
I'm a snacker.
Or your meal, and then you can have a snack. Mara's like, I want snacks, and then if I have enough room, then I'll eat my meal. So we're very, very different when it comes to that. And with the kids, too. Mara's more lenient with snacks. And I'm like, no, we're having dinner in half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour.
I feel like half an hour to an hour is so long.
And I'm like, no, we can wait. We don't need to eat snacks. We're eating this for dinner. That's what we're going to eat. If you're still hungry, then you can have a snack. But if you're going to eat snacks and then we get to dinner and then you're not going to eat all of it.
Here's the thing for me, though. Let me explain myself here. If I go too long without eating something when I'm hungry, I will start shaking and I will not function.
I get that part.
I don't know what that means.
But
my dad is the same way, so I think his dad was the same way. So so snacks have been my savior.
Which I get that part.
Only because, you have to cook a meal, it takes a while. You have to prepare it, you have to cook it, and all those things. So while I'm doing that, I'm snacking. And then Neymar sees me snacking before dinner. Yeah. And he also wants snacks. So how do I say, no, you can't have it as he's watching me eat it?
So that's our example of we're not on the same page when it comes to snacks.
Yeah.
And it's hard because Namer will come to me and I'm like, no snacks. And then I'll go to Mara and she's like, okay, yeah, you can have the snack. And so I walk in and I'm like, why is he eating snacks? We're about to eat dinner.
Sometimes I don't even know, he came to you first. He's getting to the point where he comes and asks one of us first. And if we say no, he goes and asks the other.
Which every kid does, right? That's just a natural thing. But when it comes to stuff like this, he comes to me. I say, no, we're not having snacks. We're eating dinner soon. And he goes to Mara.
And then I don't know that he just went and asked Branson. So I'm like, okay, you can have this. And it's a small thing because I do try to limit.
Yeah. But then I'll come out and be like, why is he eating a snack? I just said no.
And
And
then
then,
and then I do turn to him. I'm like, dude, if dad said no, it meant no.
so yeah, that's what we mean when we say we're not on the same page with some things.
Yeah.
Snacks is a big one.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to fix that sometimes.
It's hard it's hard to fix it in the moment when kids are present because one of us has to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna jump on his boat for this situation, for this particular moment.
Yeah.
So then we both join the team on whoever team we decided. Like we give each other the eye, the look, and then somebody has to give up their side and compromise. And then later on that day when that is done, we talk about it and then we have to come up with a solution. But sometimes in the moment it's just one of us just has to be like, okay, we'll do it your way this time. We'll talk about it later. I feel like that's the only way you can get it done.
Yeah, or the kids will keep on poking at that one situation or that one thing as much as they can.
What's something we're doing differently than how we were raised? First thing that I can think of right now, and this is nothing like, I'm not trying to say my parents did it wrong or put any blame or anything like that. Or there's no, like, they didn't have any other choice. But both of, like, our kids have both of us all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very different from how I grew up, which my dad was mostly gone my entire childhood. And he missed out on a lot of us as kids because he went out to work because he wanted us to have food on the table, he wanted us to have a house, he wanted us to have clothes. Like I really appreciate all the hard work that he put in so that we could have the life that we did, but I do sometimes wish he would have been there more.
Yeah.
Missed out a lot on him being home.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing that we're doing different. They get to grow up with both of us. We're lucky enough that we have the opportunity to both be at home. Not saying it's bad when you're not. I'm just saying it's a different
experience.
Different experience. And I really like the fact that we're both home.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to go out and work, it's not bad. I'm just saying that that's what we're doing different. And
yeah, same for me. Like my dad, not like your dad was doing a full-time job and then a full-time job. Like my dad was just doing one full-time job, and so it wasn't quite the same. But he still every day was gone from 9 to 5. It's more like 7 to 5, but and so growing up, like there were some things I could get away with mom, but not dad. And so from 9 to 5, I could get away with these things, but as soon as my dad got home, I couldn't with these things, right?
See what we mean about
Yeah.
not on the same page, and kids catch up real quick.
Yep. And so that was a huge. So when my dad quit his job and started building this other business, and then started doing YouTube, I think I was 17.
Yeah.
Which at that age, it's already, teenage years, freaking moron over here.
Whatever.
Being an idiot. We butt heads a lot. Like we were at each other's throats all the time for months and months and months because I knew I could get away with stuff from this time to this time, but not this, and other things from this time to this time. But then all of a sudden it's not like that because my dad is home, and then they're starting to get on the same page with things, and then I'm not getting away with anything. Anyway, so hopefully our kids will grow up knowing, okay, well, mom and dad are both home. I can't get away with crap like that. they're going to try to, right? And they will find things that they can. But like for me, that's what like I knew I could get away with it. This stuff here and not here, or this stuff here but not here. And then when it all switched, it was a huge change of pace, but also like I don't know, just it was really hard because it was very different, and we were at each other's throats quite a bit. So hopefully, our kids won't have to go through that dramatic of a change.
Yeah. Okay, last question. What kind of relationship do we want with our kids as they grow? I want to have an open and honest relationship with them, and I hope that we can create an environment where they feel safe to talk to us about things. At least me with my parents, I didn't always feel comfortable enough to share everything.
Yeah.
I did share a lot with my mom. Not as much with my dad because he wasn't even there to share it. And it's not about he was doing all the things to support us and all that. So I appreciate his part of being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
But because he was always away working, I didn't have the same relationship with him as my mom. So I shared more with my mom. But even then, I didn't always feel like I could share everything with my mom. And I don't necessarily want our kids to share absolutely every detail of their lives.
Yeah.
But there are
when they're going through hard times, when they're having troubles with this and that and the other.
I hope that they feel safe enough to say, hey, this is what's happening and I need help, or I don't know, just want some time to myself, or just explain why they're feeling the way they are. That's the kind of relationship I want to have with them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting getting there.
Yeah.
Making sure that they do feel safe and that we can. I don't want them to feel like if they tell me something, they're just going to be in trouble.
Yeah. The thing that we're trying to do right now is, we're doing decent at. If Namor does something and he comes and tells us, he's not going to be, like, there's still going to be consequences for his actions, right? But he's not going to be in trouble if he comes and tells us what he did wrong, right?
If he says the truth.
If he says the truth. But if he lies about it, that's when it starts getting, like, he's going to be getting more and more trouble, right? So that's the relationship I want with him, is that they're honest, that we can be honest with each other, but also know we're not going to put up with crap. Like,
no lies.
No lies. You can be as honest, and we're going to get through whatever they do wrong, whatever they mess up, whatever they break, whatever happens, we're going to be there for them. But if they're lying about it, that's when we're going to have issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there needs to be more or less lying in the world and more just honest. It goes for anyone. You're honest with someone and what you did, they're not going to be disappointed. They might be upset, but they're going to be like,
they'll
okay.
forgive you because you said, hey, I did this.
Yeah, but the more you lie, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. So, yeah, I think that we tell the truth, but also know we're not going to put up with crap. We're not going to put up with lies or disrespect. Like, that's one thing that I've made very clear with Neymar and everything, that
if you come and tell us the truth, we won't be mad. We'll just have to fix whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't get into trouble if he comes and says, hey, I just broke this.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I just did this and I know I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah. Like there's obviously still consequences, but not getting in trouble for it.
Yeah, we don't get mad.
And no disrespecting mom.
Yeah.
That's number one. Don't disrespect mom.
Or dad.
Yeah, but we can just rough each other up, right?
I feel like they're
But-
more likely to disrespect mom than dad because they know
Yeah.
dad will put him in their place.
I don't put up with crap. I don't. But I also really don't put up with disrespecting mom. That is one thing that I will not take. So, yeah.
Or girls in general also.
Yeah, girls in general. You don't hate girls, you don't disrespect them, you don't treat them.
Yeah.
I was raised, which I will gladly pass down to Neymar, is being a gentleman. You open doors for women. You respect women. You know, there are so many different things, right?
Yeah, I do want him to be
A gentleman.
a respectful man.
So that is one thing that I will pass down 100% because it's helped me in a lot of different situations. Just respecting people like that, and I know it will help him if he's just respectful, but doesn't put up with crap. Anyway.
Yeah, we're just learning parents. We're not experts. What we're doing might not work for you, and that's okay. We're not saying do what we do because that
No.
is the way to be a parent. No. No.
We're sharing what works for us.
What we're doing.
And if it helps you, then it helps you. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
And
Right?
also asking for help in some situations because we're lost.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's it. Thanks for listening.
See you guys next week. Hopefully I remember to post it on all the different platforms.
Yes.
I think there's still one platform.
iHeartRadio.
One video that I haven't posted on all the platforms. They're always on YouTube. I'm really good at posting on YouTube. All the other platforms, I'm sorry, but my mind is a mess. And I'm a billion different places.
I had to be like, hey, did you post it here? Did you post it here? He's like, no. No.
So
I'm
if I forget, go and comment and be like, Branson, you're a loser. I need it on this platform.
This is the only one that I listen to.
Yeah. Anyway.
Love you guys. Thanks for listening to us talk about our lives.
Bye.